Okay.
5.
That's
4.
the number of episodes this is, right?
Yes, it's the 5th episode.
There it is.
Can you believe it?
It's been a long slog.
This is like, yeah, I feel like we should be on like episode 47.
I feel like we should be on season 47.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a long year, but
It's been a long marathon.
welcome back,
Journey.
fans, friends, family, to season 2, episode 5 of Who Invited Will. To my left and your right is Neil.
Boys, we're back. We're fucking
To
back.
my right and your left is Will.
That's me.
And I'm Jay, and we're your hosts. And let's get right into it, guys. I think it's been almost a month since we've seen our audience last.
Yeah, it's been
More than a month.
Yeah, it's been a while. And so
It's been a hot minute.
before we get into anything else, I think we should explain why. Why were we gone, Will?
There was a medical emergency. Oh, you said Will. There was a medical emergency.
And what was that emergency?
Neil?
Will got COVID.
You can see we're
got
like we're
COVID.
so in sync. Not doing the show for a month. It's just like we're
No,
flowing.
but
We're vibing.
you think I'm making a joke. I'm not making a joke. And you see I've gotten better. I'm looking at we're cheering to you getting COVID.
Yeah.
Cheers to you getting better. from
Wow.
Better from COVID.
Yeah.
Well, that just ruins the end of the story.
Will had COVID, everyone, and he's better now. But we thought, better safe than sorry. We don't want to do the show when there's a chance that we could become spreaders. But fortunately,
Neil doesn't listen to the medical community, and that was fortunately. So yeah, fortunately we
was
postponed
fortunately.
this.
and Will
Oh,
does
we-
listen. Will does listen to the medical community.
that's why I got COVID.
That's
That's
why
why
he
I
yeah.
got COVID. Well, yeah. Will.
And good thing he didn't go somewhere highly risky
Yeah.
or highly densely populated before. Fortunately, he didn't voluntarily go somewhere densely populated before.
Would not do that.
It's really smart of him not to
Yeah.
have gone to Florida.
No, I agree.
For vacation.
I agree with that. It was
Right.
smart that he didn't
No,
do
that's
that.
good. Because if he would have done that, he probably would have got COVID. But that's not what happened.
We
He
can't say
didn't
for
go to
sure
Florida.
because it didn't happen. It's just speculation at this point.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, was I in Denver over Christmas or was I not? I don't know either.
I mean, yeah. So, Will, how was your Christmas vacation in Florida?
I can't believe it. The last time we did an episode was before
Christmas. Yeah, that's what I'm
my
saying. That's what it was a
God.
long
No,
time.
it wasn't. It was after Christmas.
It was
guys.
not.
Yes, it was. We had our goals episode January 4th,
Oh,
remember?
you're right.
Because Will had COVID, and Jay and I thought we probably have COVID too, because during that episode, Will technically had COVID.
Yeah, the night
But
we
we don't
recorded-
know when or how I got it.
Yeah, you
It's
guys.
No, we definitely don't. Yeah.
It's one of the mysteries of the universe.
It's something that, because he was just so safe. That's
Yeah.
the crazy part, dude. You think it'll happen to someone who's taking risks.
Literally a week prior, he was in Florida at a club where. Did you have to wear a mask, Will? Could you just
No.
go? Okay.
In Florida, they are.
There you go.
What were they doing in Florida?
It's wide open. They were like some places. I feel like you had to wear a mask maybe to go inside, but like the bars, no, it was open. And some of the restaurants, I went to a restaurant that is the most full capacity restaurant I've ever seen. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was so close to hitting the mixer. Did you see
Wow,
that?
yeah.
That is
Let me, I'll be
absolutely
back.
incredible.
Anywho. That-
First he gets COVID. First he gets COVID, then he knocks my drink down.
Wow.
Look at him. Did you
Okay.
guys see how he knocked my drink down?
Wow. Anywho.
Turns out COVID gave me superpowers. But yeah, so there, I went to this.
I'll just
we
go
went,
clean
well,
this up while you
That
tell
was
your
like
story.
We
in
went
slow
to
motion.
this restaurant, and there was
We should do a slow motion for this.
probably 500 people.
500?
The place it's one of the biggest restaurants I've ever been, and they have people put dollar bills on the ceiling, and they said there's over $1 billion.
Oh, what?
No, not billion.
All right.
A million.
COVID, now I'm worried that COVID's affected your brain a little bit. You just said there was $1 billion
Well, because
on
of-
this restaurant's roof. or a ceiling.
$1 million seemed not high enough.
No, $1
for
million
how-
seems like a lot of
It
dollar
se-
bills.
I know, for single dollar bills too. And then when you start walking in there, you're like, oh.
Do you understand that
My bad.
if this restaurant had $1
Billion
billion
dollars- it was
on
a
its
joke.
ceiling, that
It
it would
wasn't
be
a joke, but-
worth, the company would be worth over $1 billion. The restaurant.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's no restaurant on this earth that's worth $1 billion?
I know, I misspoke. And I
Only
know.
GameStop's worth $1 billion. Okay.
It was over $1 million. Yeah, $1 billion is insane.
Outrageous.
1,000 million, right?
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I am actually a little bit worried now with this whole
Yeah.
COVID.
So, anyways, I got COVID. Wasn't that great. Lost my 4 out of 10. Would not recommend.
Oh God.
You left a Yelp review. It was a really bad review from Will.
The smell
So
and
you're a
taste
COVID
went-
hater. You're a COVID
definitely
Oh
a
my
hater.
God.
Okay.
So,
Dude, we
but
were
then
like millimeters from basically
yes.
the end of the show just now. The beer spilled like this close to the electrical parts of the mixer. It was insane.
But we're back, baby.
So
Nothing can stop us, guys.
We're
Nothing
back.
can stop
Not
us.
even
but it will.
COVID.
Not even COVID. Not
COVID
even
tried.
Pilsner or Kel.
So then
you know
this
why?
is-
You know why
knock
this
on
is
wood.
happening though?
Wait, let
This
him tell a
isn't
story.
wood.
Let him tell a story.
This is happening because you got the wrong beer, Neil.
No,
We
I
usually, I think the audiences realize
Oh,
that we
here we
usually
go.
drink.
Yeah, blame it on me. Blame your idiotic fucking. You knocked the beer over yourself, and you're like, you know what? It's your fault that I'm an idiot. No, it's your fault. that
no,
you're
it was
an
my
idiot.
fault. My COVID powers knocked
Yeah,
it
the
over.
co-
I think
So
it was
anyways-
still Will's fault.
I wonder if Will can spell now.
If we recorded earlier. So wait, what was the story? You went to Florida.
Went to Florida.
Yeah. So you were saying
There's $1 million in the restaurant. What does that do
$1
to
million.
get COVID? Were you,
It was
were
just
you, were you
so many
licking
people.
them? Were you just like
there,
licking them?
there was no like spacing people out. There was those were the two, and we did that in the same night. We went to this restaurant that was super packed, and then we went to a nightclub and danced. But that was at the very beginning of the trip, and then the rest of the trip we were by ourselves just on the beach, so we were pretty safe the rest of the time.
But that would have been like the date would have been like December 28th or something.
the 26th.
Okay, so then approximately 8 to 10 days later, you
Okay,
got
that's-
symptoms.
no,
it would
you
not-
It would have been. It
would
had
have
to have
happened.
been after that. Maybe it
Exactly.
was in the airport.
Could have been in the
Why
airport.
would it happen? You can get COVID up
But
to
most
12
people, it's like 3 to
Exactly.
5 days. Most
5 days.
people, it's
Okay, so
3 to 5 days.
this is what we're gonna get to because Neil is on the extreme of things.
No, I'm not.
I could have gotten it 21 days. The incubation period is I think up to 21
These
days.
are the extremes. Neil had 0 COVID, and you have 100% COVID. Those
Yeah.
are the two
It's a
extremes.
one or
And
a
Will,
zero.
and I okay.
So,
Go ahead.
okay, so-
We'll tell the story.
That was so I'm not sure when
This
I
is
got
gonna
it
be a
because
disaster
we
of a
came
story,
back.
but go ahead, yeah.
We came back. Then we did record another episode. That was
January 2nd, we recorded the
January
episode.
2nd.
So we
Apparently
should have got COVID. Most likely, Jay and I should have got COVID. We were all
Well, it's
sitting
crazy
right
because
here.
you got symptoms. We recorded the podcast on a Saturday night,
Yes.
and then by Monday night you had symptoms.
Tuesday he got symptoms. January 4th he got symptoms.
Tuesday.
So I feel like you might have even gotten after you came back. Didn't you go to some sort of food truck or something?
Yeah.
And
But most
But
likely, if he
that-
felt symptoms this Tuesday.
oh, the funniest thing about the food
Wait,
truck.
wait.
The funniest
was
thing about the
Saturday.
food truck is that when he came back, he took Joyce back to the same food truck where he thinks he got COVID, and she was like, "What? You didn't tell me that was where you got COVID." And that's when
We actually went back this weekend
he
too.
goes-
It's so
The
good.
Mexican market.
It's worth it. We're
It's so
100%
good.
worth it, guys. Get COVID.
Hey, if you're on East Colfax and you want to get COVID,
yeah.
the Mexican market.
Check
You
out-
want to
right?
get
Check
COVID
it out.
and some bomb ass tacos.
Mama, it's totally
Queso-
worth it. All right?
Quesabirrias. Oh man, they're so good.
Who?
Quesabirrias.
What's
It's-
a quesabirria?
It's like I think I'm saying it right. It's what I showed you a picture of. It's
It's like
I'm
a
moving,
crunch
I'm
wrap.
moving
It's
these
the
over here, so there's
corn.
no way we
Okay,
can.
that's fine.
a corn tortilla, a bunch of cheese, and then a taco within that.
Oh.
And then you dip it within like a beef broth. Oh, it's amazing.
It's
And
like
then a kindly old Mexican grandmother coughs on it for you. Yeah.
So that happened. Okay,
You
so
want the
now
extra seasoning?
now let's get to the
Doggy afuera. Doggy afuera.
Estoy enfermo.
now let's get to the real story. So I had COVID.
Beer. Do you have a topper?
Yeah,
By the
I
way?
had COVID. I followed. So as soon as I started to feel symptoms, I started to quarantine. I went to go get tested as soon as I realized that I couldn't. This was Friday.
No,
You
didn't.
asked to come over to play video games at my house.
True.
No.
And then I was like, no, I'm busy. And then you were like, oh, yeah, I have COVID.
I remember what happened. January 4th, he's like, I don't feel good. He started asking me where I got tested because I had a near miss. And then January, he didn't go get tested because the typical Will. He probably looked up the prices and said, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm fine. Whatever. And then January 5th comes around. He texts me, oh, I'm feeling better now. It was probably just cold. I feel great today. And then I think he came and hung out with you or wanted to hang out. No,
Yeah.
wait a minute. He wanted to play video games. Okay, wanted to play video. Typical Will. Didn't do anything.
And then I learned 2 days later, oh, yeah, I didn't sleep all that night because I had 100-degree fever.
So then that night.
No, it was that, guys. This
that
is
night.
wrong.
So
You're
Wednesday
telling-
night he felt bad again. He felt bad. He's like,
I was
feel
supposed
bad again.
to
Now
come
I can't
o-
smell or taste.
I was supposed to come over to Jay's Tuesday night, and that was the night I felt bad. And then
Okay.
that's what happened.
But then Wednesday,
That's
you're
what-
like, oh, I feel better. I'm not getting tested.
Yes.
Okay, so you didn't just
But then-
I
okay.
immediately went and got
But
tested. You
I
didn't.
was I didn't say I immediately.
Neil's
I
an-
was
Neil's
I
an
was
flashback.
quarantined.
We're
I was
flashing back. You
quarantined.
said I
I
immediately
was
got
quarantined
tested.
Neil's an
this whole
interrogator.
time.
Neil's an
I know,
interrogator.
but I was
remember what
at
you said.
home. Like I wasn't leaving my apartment anyways because I've been working from home. So Wednesday, Thursday, I didn't do anything. Didn't go anywhere. Then Friday, I realized I didn't have any taste or smell. So then I went and got tested Friday night. And got the results, and yes, I was positive. My girlfriend, who I saw Saturday and Sunday previously, somehow didn't. She went and got tested. She got negative.
So you weren't contagious before Monday, at least. Would have been the earliest.
You would think.
How
Or
do we know?
Tuesday.
How do we know?
Who knows? So there is.
Because didn't get it.
But then, so what they told me
bleep her name out.
is. What they told me was.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
What they told me was, so when they called me back with the results, and they're like, okay, as long as it's been 10 days since your first symptoms and you've gone 24 hours without a fever with no fever reducing medication, you're good to break quarantine. So I said, okay. So that would have been the following Thursday.
January 14th would have been the date.
And it got to it got to that Tuesday before, and
You wanted to hang out January 16th. The last day.
Let
would have
me
been-
finish.
Okay, that's fine.
I got to the Tuesday before, so 2 days before 10 days, and at that point,
that would be 8 days, right?
8 days.
Okay.
Quick math.
At 8 days.
At 8 days, my fever broke, and I went 24 hours. So I went Tuesday without fever, Wednesday without fever, Thursday without fever, and so at that point, I was like, okay, it's been 10 days. I haven't had a fever in 72 hours. I'm good. So then I also went Friday without a fever, without seeing anyone, and then I hung out with my girlfriend that Saturday, and I told Neil and Jay.
So Saturday would have been how many days since
Day 12.
So day 12 since you first got symptoms.
Yes.
Correct.
But how many days since the fever?
4.
Okay, so it's 4. Okay, so basically 12 days since it started, 4 days since the fever. So you had COVID for 8 days. And then 4 days after the end of symptoms is when you thought, okay, I should hang out with people. So that's 4 days. So that's just over 72 hours.
Why did you just make that so complicated?
It's not
He just told
complicated
you
because-
what you said. What do
No,
you
because look, he's trying to make it seem like it was 12 days since he hung out with people. No, it was 4 days. He got over COVID, and 4 days later he wanted to hang out. That is the story. It's not about 12 days. Has nothing to do with that.
No, he really passed his quarantine period by 2 days. You can even say
Yes.
4 days.
I could have hung out with people
his
technically
quarantine-
Thursday night.
No,
Thursday.
not
That's
Thursday.
that's crazy.
No,
10
it's
days.
not.
And this is what
That's
I want.
day 10.
I want the audience.
That's day 10.
I want the audience
That's
to.
day 10.
Okay.
Look,
Day 11. If Friday's your first
They
day.
didn't
Pause,
say
pause,
that,
pause.
though, guys.
I want the
Well,
audience
what do you mean
to
they
write
didn't
in.
say that? It's 10 full days.
Will, I want the audience to tell us what they think, because this has been the argument, and you're seeing the argument
Yes.
right now. How long do you think you have to wait after you have COVID to hang out with people again?
And this is I'm going to put my argument out there of.
Will says 1 hour. No, I'm just kidding.
Will's like the day.
So, okay.
Day 10.
I
Even
haven't
though they said
coughed-
10 full days,
I haven't
I want
coughed
to
for
hang
15
out.
minutes.
And he's like, let's hang out that Saturday.
Okay, but no, let me get into the whole thing. So that is what it is, right? So the first person I see is on day 12 after 4 days with no fever. I tell Neil and Jay, hey, when do you guys want to hang out? Do you want to hang out this weekend? No, this is too soon. Okay, fine. That makes sense. It has been a couple days. So then it gets during the week and we're talking blah, blah, blah. It gets to the following weekend. Hey, are we shooting the podcast? And Neil says, no, I won't see you until it's been 14 days since your last symptoms. And I asked him where he got this information from. And there's some COVID nurses that he knows, which is fair enough. I mean,
and the CDC website.
It's not the CDC. Okay, oh my God. And then we're going to start showing this stuff because then Neil says, okay, what's it say for 14 days?
If you've had extreme symptoms.
Severe symptoms.
So I'm being conservative, not extreme.
But
I'm being conservative.
You're being conservative.
I've hung out with you for 8 years in a row, okay? I don't need to see you day 2. I don't need to see you 2 hours after your quarantine ends, Will.
I know,
we
but
can hang out after that
there's a difference.
Make sure I don't get COVID. Sorry.
There's a difference between, to me, it was very hypocritical because what happened was what the website says is 10 days. And if you're going to listen to them
10
for
days
everything,
after
your first symptoms.
Your first symptoms. Okay.
Yes.
It also says 20 days after your first symptoms, which is also January 24th.
Where does it?
It does say that.
It doesn't.
I'll show you.
Okay, show me.
I will.
But Neil says, no, I can't see you, but I'm going out to the bars later.
No.
So, did you not go out to the bars?
Oh, wow.
I went out
Look
to
at
a
this
bar.
attack. Look at this attack.
I went out to a bar.
Okay, and did you
Will
not
didn't-
meet up with random people? You've been on a couple.
They were socially distant though. I was
Dates?
a third wheel on one of them, and it was outside.
Okay,
at
I
a
went on
wine
a
bar.
couple of dates.
Also, he didn't have COVID. Will that's the one thing that
you
undercuts
don't
your entire
know.
argument.
They didn't have COVID.
Neil didn't have
You
COVID.
don't-
You
You
did
didn't
have
know
COVID.
I
You
had
didn't.
COVID
You didn't.
until I tested, and I told you guys that I
But they
lost my
didn't-
sense of
but-
smell.
Okay.
So you don't know. That's the whole point. You are still putting yourself in danger, going out to restaurants, going to bars, doing all these things. You don't know what other people have. They could be asymptomatic. They could just
But
not be
he does
showing
know
symptoms.
you have COVID though. That's the difference.
Yes, but then why would you not listen to the guidelines that say 10 days? Because the whole idea
being
of that.
conservative.
No, because they are already conservative. There has to be a safety factor
Are they?
built.
Do you know that
yes,
they're conservative?
because there has to be a safety
No, there
factor.
doesn't.
Neil, just let me finish.
Okay.
There has to be a safety factor built into that 10 days. Why would they want more people getting sick? There has to be why would they give you this minimum?
Because they want people to go back to work immediately. That's exactly why they
And
put
get
it
more
like
people
that.
sick?
Doesn't matter. They need people back at work.
So then why not
Why
just
do
go
you
back
think-
to work?
Oh, why has 400,000 people fucking died in this country? And why are we #1 leader of deaths for coronavirus in the world? Because of those guidelines. That's why. Go look at Australia. Go look at their guidelines. Just to go into their country, you got to spend 14 days in a hotel. My buddy, who's a pro tennis coach, had to do that. He doesn't have COVID.
That's a pretty compelling argument. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's called being conservative.
If
Will
if
has
Will-
to hang
if
out
Will's saying the
3 hours
guidelines-
after his past his quarantine because we're Americans and we deserve it. This is our America. You can't take my freedom away. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, what are we doing here? So
Going
it
out
wasn't
to bars,
extremism. It
restaurants.
wasn't extreme. Will calls it extremism.
I
I
think
call
it
it
is.
being conservative. No, I was just making sure that you're gonna be okay, that you're past it. It's all gone because you still had symptoms. You still couldn't smell. You still couldn't taste.
That is not something that
Okay.
counts
They do,
as a
that's
symptom.
true. They don't on the website. They say
It says
everything
excluding.
except
I get
losing
it.
smell and
That
taste.
Because
mean-
it could be
okay,
gone
all
for
right.
2 months. So
All right.
okay, so where's your
Okay.
argument?
My argument is that
It says the only thing
If
it
I-
said for
if I
the
take it
14
as if
days
you-
is severe.
if I take it as severe, if I treat you as if it was severe, then I know I'm treating it as a conservative case. and that's how I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna use it as a conservative. I didn't make up days. I didn't make up the amount of days. You're acting as I made up information. I didn't make up that. I just put you as an extreme case, so I knew that it would be fine.
And
that's different.
And this is
and
one,
we've hung out enough for this whole
I know,
our
okay,
lives.
okay, but
why do we need to do it?
okay.
So what do you like to play video games on day 3 hours after
Sure.
you pass quarantine? Like what are we doing?
And this is one caveat of this whole thing. I have no problem with people like saying, hey, these are my boundaries. I want to be safe, blah, blah, blah. Like Jay, for instance.
Yeah, but
has
you're saying the
basically-
boundaries don't have anything to do with science. You're saying you're on the side of science and Neil's not on the side of science.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say that's true. The science is still, the verdict is still
But
out.
no, it is out, but the more information they have, it used to be, one of our friends got it, it used to be, they said, after 14 days, take a test. If it's negative, wait another 14 days.
So your
he
point
spent-
is that the guidelines have shrank the time
yes,
frame.
because the more information you have, the
Yeah.
more refined your...
Well, no, but Neil's saying it's not about the more information. He's saying it's a political thing that Trump put pressure on the CDC to lower those guidelines so people could get back to work sooner.
Sure.
That,
and
I
I know,
think
you
that's
know why I
possible.
know that? You know
'Cause
why?
he works
Because I
for the
work
government.
for the government. I work for OSHA.
So
I've
maybe
seen
it should still be 14 is Neil's argument, but because of the Trump administration, they were like, move it to 8. You know what I mean? It's okay, not half, but it's a little less, a little more
This
than
is
half.
the same CDC. Remember, this is the same CDC what started off COVID was saying you don't need to wear masks.
Well, that was stupid. That was stupid.
You don't
that
need
was
to
a
wear
blunder
masks.
that they made early
Yeah.
on,
Okay.
but that was
Well,
in
and
March.
it's
That
the
was
more
a year
why
ago.
should I?
you
That was a
get.
year ago.
Why,
That was a
so
year ago.
why,
That was
I'm
a year
just,
ago.
it's still okay. So if I treat it as a conservative case, then I know that
What?
I'm not going to get COVID,
good.
and that's what it's all. And that's what I'm trying to protect myself.
But he's not
Jay as
because
well,
he's
and other people. I
no.
don't
This
wanna
is
spread
this
it.
is the one thing that I'm trying to say. I'm fine with that if you are saying, "Hey, I'm nervous about getting this. I don't want to spread it. I want to be responsible."
Mm-hmm.
Jay, for one, he's been seeing a significant other. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But basically, by himself,
Whatever.
staying,
Congrats on your marriage.
Whatever.
I had no idea. You were married.
he has basically been like
Right.
staying alone, not seeing people. The whole thing that I'm gonna say is, if you want to go the most conservative and that's fine.
But I
then
didn't hang
why
out
would
with
you
you
go?
before Neil.
Why would you? You
Barely.
did. You 12.
2
you,
days.
You, 12 days
But I also
after
stayed
last
away,
symptoms.
and I was like, okay, let's
Yeah,
just
but it
be-
was 12 days after last symptoms. So come on.
After
Yeah.
last symptoms.
Yes.
So that's
and 18, 19 days after first symptoms.
Yes.
18 days or so.
So doubling what they were recommending.
Okay.
The whole point, though, is that you were still going out to bars and restaurants, and that was fine to see random strangers, to be in those kinds of places.
But I feel
where it's
like-
like, if you want to be
Yeah.
conservative, why not follow that all the way through?
You're saying he's
Because
applying
it's
it inconsistently.
America.
Well, you're acting
Yeah, I
like I
want my
do it all the
freedom.
time. Wait a minute, but
You're
you're acting like I
saying
do
he's
it all
not
the time.
applying it consistently. You're
Yes.
saying on one situation, Neil's willing to take risks, but when
All
it
right.
came to hanging
Well,
out with
yeah.
you,
Well, I'm just gonna close out the
Yeah.
segment.
Close it
here.
out.
I feel like we need the
It's going
viewers to
long.
tell us what they think.
Yeah.
How long do you think that they should wait? You know, anyone who has COVID, how long should that person wait until they see somebody again socially? And then another thing is, do you think that not wanting to see Will when he's in the gray area of ending quarantine is the same as just going out to a bar and a restaurant with a group of people? I tend to think that's probably the weakest thing that you did in that argument, but it also doesn't have anything to do with you having COVID, Will. So
Yeah.
No,
I don't
there
know.
is.
I
It's
think
like
there's merits
it's
to
like,
both sides, but-
and I agree with what you're saying. Like, if you know someone has it, that's a whole different thing
Right,
than
that's the point.
people going out and you assume that they don't.
Yeah.
They're
And should we be sitting 6 feet apart right now? And should we? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, who
there's-
knows? I mean, we could
yeah.
you know. Should Will have 3 drinks in front of him?
But,
When the
okay,
rest of
so
us
let's just cover that real quick. This is some very
Yeah.
special tequila that Jay
Well,
has.
I need this one, and I need this one. And I also need this.
So
one.
this was the celebratory
Oh yeah, this
non-COVID. You
This
can't
is
see it in the background.
The blue Clase Azul. Do you want some? You want some more, Neil? So you can do a little.
I need a little
Little
bit.
toast?
Just a little.
All right, guys.
What are we
So we have a
toasting
big
to?
episode. Like
To
this
me,
whole
not having
COVID.
COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, this whole COVID
Even though
thing.
we
Wait, do
Co-
you? Are you sure you don't have it anymore?
It's funny. You're
Are you
silly.
sure?
So good.
How many
Yeah,
days have you
I
been
just wanna
symptom free?
say, Huh?
How
What's
many
up,
days
bro?
have you been symptom free?
Don't know.
And this was a
Oh,
gift.
but by the way,
So give me a
the one
mask.
thing that I was like really nervous
Hand
about
sanitizer.
was the loss of taste and smell because that is not fun. And
Wait.
it came back.
Will, open up. Open up.
Just spray it in his face.
It
Shut
came back.
Shut up.
You gave me so much, Neil. It smells like. Oh,
It
God.
came back.
Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying?
It came back. My smell and taste came back, and I'm super, super excited.
I think
that
Will-
it was-
Completely back?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have that great taste anyway. Oh, but
Damn. Should Will wear a mask the rest of the episode?
I don't know.
I think we should.
He
I
should.
think
He should wear. I think he
Probably.
should wear like a dominatrix, like a ball gag mask or
Wow,
something.
Jay.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Well, let's not get
I'm not
too
gonna
deep
try to
into
keep
that thought.
shame, but
All right,
Yeah.
let's talk about
Hannibal
what this
Lecter,
episode.
like when he.
Let's talk about what we got going on this episode, Jay.
So, all right. Thanks for bearing with us during the COVID argument. I feel like we needed to flesh that situation out just because it was a long time to be away from the podcast. We missed you guys. We missed providing content. But the good thing about
is that we're not really paying attention and we're just kind of on our
I'm
phones.
I'm trying to look at his results. I'm trying to look at his
Oh,
results.
don't tell me.
The good thing is we prepared some pretty good stuff, and this is definitely not a copy of H3H3's segment when we say we took a few personality tests. And I think, like, you know, at least for me, I think that I just in general get curious about this stuff, but also I always see, like, dating apps and various places, I always see that people take the Myers-Briggs personality test. And I took it when I was a kid, but I thought, why don't I take it again? And it was actually pretty fun. Like, I think it actually shows you a lot of interesting insights into your personality. And,
Yeah, you can learn. I feel like you have an opportunity to learn more about yourself.
totally.
I think you can learn more about
Do you like that?
myself.
Yeah.
Sure.
Really?
Why not? You don't think so? You don't
I
think
think
I
it's
would
good
like
to have
that?
a perspective. Like,
Why?
Because every single time, like, Jay or I or anyone else has deep conversations about, I don't know, our past or what we believe in, it's always, like, too serious for you. And then you have to... And it could be the setting that, like, at a party... Like, that's what I like to do, and so I have those conversations, and
Yeah.
for you, you want to just, like, be more
Well-
lively or have fun.
There's a time and a place for
yeah,
everything. There's
Neil
a time
was the
and a
most
place.
resistant. He was the most resistant. Like, when I took mine, and I think why I was like, let's do this on the podcast and talk about it, is because I immediately thought of you guys. I was like, I wonder what Neil's results would be. Like, I have a feeling of what type of person you are, and I have a feeling of what type of person
Let
Neil
me
is.
guess. Will and Jay think I'm a narcissist.
Okay, well, that's not...
Is that what we're going to getting at?
I
Huh?
did see the
I mean-
narcissistic personality disorder, but they did say...
As I was taking that test, I was like, "Oh my God, Neil might get an all-time
So we
record."
Which
took
one?
three.
Which
We
test?
took three tests. We
Narcissist.
took three tests. So this whole personality test thing kind of became a rabbit hole. We took three tests. So we took the Myers-Briggs, which kind of just gives you a general sense of what your personality is like. Then we took two, which kind of show the darker side of people's personalities.
Nice.
We took the narcissistic personality index. I think that's what it's called, which kind of tells you how narcissistic you are. And I think viewers can probably guess who's the most narcissistic. Who's
We'll see what the results say. We don't know what. We haven't shared the results with one
we
another.
don't know who's not
I'd
paying
love to
attention
see what the results
We
say.
are,
the podcast. Oh, sorry.
I am paying attention. I
we all
think
see
there's
who's
things I
staring at
want.
himself right
I'm
now.
not staring.
This is Neil.
You are.
This is Neil looking
There's
at the
a screen
monitor.
of- yeah, there's-
I look
If
good
you
right
wanna
now.
partic-
Look at my fucking
Damn
blazer.
it.
I
We
look
have
amazing right now.
so there's the dark, like you said, the dark triad.
The three tests were the Myers-Briggs, the narcissistic personality index, and the dark triad. And the dark triad
Is that
measures,
some kind of
is that a
Japanese gang?
Oh, I thought of it more of like a secret sorority, like how they have
Oh.
underground societies
Oh,
for
yeah.
men.
Skull
But
and
it's like,
Bones.
It's the skull and bones for women,
Nice.
the dark triad. Anyway, but no, the dark
It's-
triad is three traits. So it's Machiavellianism, which is kind of like your manipulativeness, like how cunning you are.
Was that a person?
Machiavelli was a person.
That
yeah.
right? I've heard that name, but I didn't know.
He was
what about
actually
him.
he wrote a book called The Prince, which is the founding book of politics. Like political philosophy, science is the book The Prince.
Really?
So Machiavellianism
Hey, I
it's
hate
like,
to stop it real quick. I don't think we ever cheers to Will's not having COVID.
You know what? I noticed that, and I was just gonna let it
Yeah,
slide.
just,
Cheers.
Hey, let's get that
Cheers.
continuity.
But I'm just a narcissist always thinking about myself.
Yeah.
Wow.
See
See how he
see how
slid
he
that
tuned out
in there?
Yeah.
Well, he also slid that in there just to kind of dig at it a little bit.
No, it's just proving that I'm not thinking about just myself.
So
He's
the
like,
dark
how can I
triad
make
is-
myself look better for all
No.
these people?
No.
Look, I'm generous.
Yeah, way to spin it. Way to
So
spin
the
it.
dark triad is narcissism, which we've covered in
Maki.
depth already. Machiavellianism, which is cunningness, political manipulativeness. Like, are you a puppet master trying to pull the strings of people?
That bald guy from
Deceitfulness, right?
Yeah.
And psychopathy, which is like your lack of empathetic ability to connect with people. Like if you all know what psychopaths are.
Shallow, emotional.
Yeah. Some of them are probably your bosses, your relatives. You know.
Yeah, a bunch of
Your
CEOs
your president.
are always like,
You know?
I honestly, I want to start off with
Ex-president,
that
right?
with that test.
You want to do dark triad first?
I want to do dark triad first because
Oh.
this is the narcissist test. This was the narcissist test.
no,
No,
there was
narcissism
a
is the
specific
narcissism
narcissist
test.
Well,
test.
they both address narcissism, so let's focus on
I
the two
feel
things that
like
address
personally,
narcissism.
I think we are all going to score low. So let's start. Okay,
Okay.
we can start with the
So,
dark triad.
yeah,
I want us to
let's
kind of
start
go through
with
our
you.
results.
I want to start with you,
Okay.
right? So let's see. In the dark triad, you can, the viewers, for everyone watching, you can also take this
Yeah,
Test
we'll put
at
links in the description. but
openpsychiometrics.org. That's the way you can access.
Psychometrics, yeah.
Yeah, psycho. Did I
Is
say
that what you said?
psychio? No, I said
Psycho.
still working on my grammar.
So,
Psychometrics.org is the way you can take the test. Right now, we're going to go over the dark triad.
yeah, let's see. So this is what I'm curious about. So I think first we can kind of give our scores, and then like, I'm curious about who's that?
It's, someone else. Oh my God. So
Who's she?
Open Psychometrics. In this particular test, it asks you a question, and it says, "Do you disagree? Do you feel neutral about it, or do you agree?" And there's 5 different bubbles. So you can semi-disagree, or you can semi-agree.
Right, it's a bunch of questions, and it kind of asks
Yeah.
you like, you know,
I can give you some
do
of
you
the
want to kill
examples.
your parents?
No.
Strongly agree. Strongly
That wasn't
disagree. No.
People see me as a natural leader is one of the questions. It's not why
Ring
to
ding
tell
ding
you a
ding ding.
secret. I hate being the center of attention. That's, some of the questions. Then you got to answer it, but you want to be honest.
And
don't,
imagine how Neil answers.
don't
them.
answer as what you think
So-
people want you to answer. Obviously, be honest. Be serious about it. I was here.
Yeah.
How did you guys answer?
Oh, I answered too.
Yes.
Were you fair with it?
Yes, I mean, you don't get anything out of lying to yourself.
Yeah, you say that now, but I'd like to see the results.
Well, let's see your results.
No, let's
'cause-
see Jay's results. And
Okay.
I want to take a guess.
So it
first.
goes. It looks like it.
It's
looks,
a 1 to 4 scale, right?
Yeah, 0 to 4.
0 to 4.
Well, wait a
And
minute.
it does
0
the-
to 4.
so dark
And it
triad-
gives you a percentile.
It's 0 to 4, and it gives you a percentile, and it gives you a number. So I'll just
Okay.
do the percentile for each of the 3 categories I got.
No, don't do it. We'll give you a score first. Let's guess the score. Where are we gonna go first? Narcissism or?
Okay, so so the 3 are narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy.
Okay.
What do you think I scored on narcissism out of 4?
2.
Oh, you think so? I think him. No,
What do you
I don't
think,
think he's even close. I think he'd score really low. Jay's like the
Okay, the
opposite.
guess.
I'm explaining my answer.
Okay.
0.8.
2.1. 2.1,
Wow.
and that was my highest.
So your
category.
percentile is like 40th?
Probably
20,
like
38.
20.
23rd percentile. 23rd percentile.
Oh, it's not that high.
And so my narcissism
Wow.
says, okay, I had the details, but it doesn't actually say why on what questions, but that was my highest. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
That was my highest out of the 3.
Neil, you go.
Okay.
Well, wait.
No, we're going through him.
Oh, all 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
on my Machiavellianism, what do you guys think I did? And that would be like cunning or manipulativeness or deceitfulness.
1.5.
1.1.
1.1. Neil was actually right.
Let's go.
Right on the money.
Let's go. Do I know this guy? Who knows Jay the most? Well, so we're tied.
So both you guys equally know me well, apparently.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
it's like-
but that
This
makes
one's
sense.
interesting though. Psychopathy, shallow emotional responses, lack of emotion. Whoa, what do you think I got out of 4?
0.3.
0.7.
I got a 1.0.
That's pretty
Wow.
high.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't remember the
Okay.
questions. We took this so
So
long
I
ago.
won.
Yeah, you won.
So you're a psychopath. No. No, your percentile was your percentile like 15?
Oh no, my percentile for Machiavellism's 4th percentile, psychopathy 3rd percentile. So I think it's like statistically.
No, you can't
No,
be
not
3rd percentile.
Not 3rd and 4th.
Psychopathy, you can't be 3rd percentile.
Yeah,
Mine are like double digits.
yeah, because you're a fucking psycho. No, I think one thing to say too is like, even if you guys take these tests, I think this is a good.
Oh, he's right. No, he's right.
I think that like even if you guys take these tests, like
that makes sense.
just if it says you're a psychopath, if it says you're a narcissist,
Send it in to us so we know.
It wasn't my favorite.
No,
but there's only like 25 questions.
But yeah, what I'm trying to say is it's not prescriptive. This isn't a way to diagnose yourself, and also it doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person or a good person.
But you are.
No, is it Meyer-Briggs or Briggs-Meyer?
Myers-Briggs.
Myers-Briggs, I think, is actually pretty
But
damn
no,
good.
but
let's
these psychopath ones, and like it's fun, but like ultimately, don't rely on an internet quiz to diagnose yourself. Like it doesn't mean you necessarily are going to be a bad person. There are psychopaths who are CEOs of companies who are killing it right now, and who probably have great families, and they've learned that they want to conform.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yeah, psychopaths are CEOs, and
Okay, can you do yours?
Elon Musk.
Neil, do yours.
Well,
Why is he a
calm
psychopath?
down.
Elon Musk could be a psychopath.
Why?
I think he's a narcissist for sure, dude. Wanting to be the man to make. He wants to make history all the time, and people who are like that, who care about legacy and history,
he's
are
a strange
100% narcissists.
All right, it's Will's turn.
Maybe he's just on the spectrum.
All right, Will,
The
narcissism.
spectrum of narcissism. I would
Will's
be interested to
narcissism.
see.
What were you on the narcissism?
We didn't do the
2 point what?
2.1.
2.1.
Okay, so Will.
I think I'm probably more narcissistic than Will.
Okay, no. So you give Will a what?
That's tough actually. I don't know. I'd put him around 1.8 probably.
Yes, damn, that was you stole my answer.
1.8. We can go both
I'll
go 1.8 and it's a push.
No push.
No
1.4.
1.9.
Oh God.
You see, you took my fucking answer.
This guy lived with him for 7 years. He doesn't know him. He doesn't know
I
anything
did know
about him.
because you literally took my answer.
17th percentile. You could have just picked one higher or
Am
one
I a
lower
little bit
from
better
that.
right now? Yeah. No.
So you're a little bit more narcissistic than Will.
A little bit, yeah.
In this,
but I'm also a little bit
test.
more beautiful than him. So I feel like that.
Wow, that's narcissistic.
Okay, so that was a joke. Machiavellism.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a.
I would say like 0.8. I feel like Will's like around a 1.
Manipulative?
He's low.
Oh, it's gotta be low. Yeah, it's gotta be low. What were you?
0.8.
I was a 1.1, I think.
I think. Oh yeah.
I was 1.1 and.
But he just guessed 0.8.
But I was low, like 4th percentile.
All right, so I'll go 0.9.
1.9.
Oh, this little manipulative.
Wait a minute, you think he's manipulative?
Little.
I don't know. I don't get it.
And
yeah.
deceitful. No, he can be deceitful.
You know what though?
No,
Yeah.
could he?
I think he
He
could
doesn't have it
be.
in
I
him.
think he could be more manipulative than deceitful.
Really manipulative?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe behind closed. Maybe we don't.
I don't know.
I can see you going for like what you want in a
Were you
situation
shocked?
without
How did
saying
you feel when you got the result?
I didn't know what that even meant.
I think
so
what it
I was
is
like,
is-
no,
okay.
but now you know. So
Yeah,
what do you
I'm
think?
surprised.
I think what it is
high.
going for what you want without saying that's what you want and trying to do stuff to get people to do what you want without
No.
actually directly telling them.
Dude, Will goes with the flow though. I don't.
Yeah.
It's so shocking.
And if I,
Yeah,
exactly.
like he went with the flow,
If-
but when you went to go get beer just now, he went with the
Yeah.
flow there.
Sometimes-
Huh?
No, he didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that's just impatient. Being impatient isn't
okay,
Machiavellianism.
psychopathy.
Ooh. 5.0. No, I'm just kidding.
Go off the scale.
Yeah. 4.
Could
It
not
goes up to 4. I
register.
said 5. Sorry.
It's like what's that? The place in Russia,
Yeah, it's funny.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
They need a new meter.
Exactly.
Focus.
Anyway, it was a joke.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, see? That's manipulative. There's Machiavellianism.
There it is.
You
there
see
he
it
is. He came
Ah,
out. That
I'm
was
the
it.
master of puppets.
There it is.
He's trying to get you to.
Yeah, I think that my joke was bad. My joke was fucking good.
Yeah. If he told a joke, how long would he
You
wait
fucking-
for that? Yeah.
Okay, focus,
Neil's
guys.
face. Neil's
This
face.
whole
reaction
time.
gift.
This whole time it was you.
Psychopathy. I would say.
This whole time it was you, Will.
I don't know. 1.4.
Okay.
Will's a little bit of a psycho. He's more. Well, you got a 1.
Oh, shut up, dude.
No, I thought you'd get higher. No offense.
I take that as a compliment.
Sorry.
I take that as a compliment.
Emotional-
I understand.
Yeah, it's
Shallow
like empathy.
emotional. Yeah.
It's like empathy.
Yeah,
But I'm very
0.7.
empathetic.
That's what I thought too. 0.2.
Yeah. That
It
makes
says
sense.
I'm
I
in
got
the
0.7.
0
Yeah, that
zero
makes sense.
percentile.
No, that makes sense. You're very emotional. What do you mean?
Wait,
Yeah,
what did I
I
say?
know.
1.4, and you
Yeah.
said so you won.
0.7. Yeah, I know everyone.
Because he was going
I'm the
with
best
whatever
friend
he had.
here. I'm the
That's
best
the most
friend
narcissistic
here.
comment.
Wait.
I'm the best friend. I'm number one friend, baby.
Well,
Now let's see the
let's
others.
get to
Okay,
it.
Neil.
All right, narcissism.
Wow. So-
Narcissism.
So you were really
0
low
to
on
4.
psychopathy.
Yeah, like basically.
You know why I think I scored higher on it though? Because there's questions of like, I feel like I can like kind of read people and stuff, and I do feel like that, but I don't feel like that. Maybe that is psychopathy, where it's like you're sort of disconnected from other people having their own reality, and you sort of project your reality onto them. I think that's kind of, and I
Oh,
definitely think I do that in some cases where it's like, oh, I need to back up and sort of. So I don't know if that's psychopathy.
Not in an aggressive way, though. Not
No,
a
but I'm not like a psycho.
manipulative way.
No, I don't think I'm manipulative, but I do think it's like, oh, like psychopaths would be like totally unaware of the other people's reality around them. At least
If you were more of a narcissist, I think you'd be a big psychopath.
Neil thinks I'm crazy. Wait, so I have a question for you guys though. Do you guys think you've ever met a psychopath?
I'm looking at one. No. A psychopath that I haven't met, of course. Yeah.
Of course, no. You know of a specific person that you can think of.
Just
What do you mean? Of
Looking at
course.
the
I
camera.
mean, I
Yeah.
think probability.
I know one person
Remember,
so
were you in Vegas
specifically.
with me with Banas? With that guy off the street? We
Yeah,
had to kick him out of the room?
I was
No, but-
sleeping.
Okay, no, but have you guys been like
I don't
close?
think
Have
you
you
were
had? A
I
close,
was there.
Have you had a close relationship with someone you would say is like a sociopath or a psychopath? Whatever, however you want to define.
No,
it.
not a close. Or no. I would say no.
I have totally, and it's crazy.
I don't even know if I can remember.
I
of a
100%
person.
have.
I wish we could get him on the show and have him take the test.
I
so
don't. I
they-
never want to
they-
see that person again.
No,
he,
we
he
need
creeped
them
me
on
out.
the
He
show.
creeped me out.
No, we need them on the show.
He was the type of person who would go and like, you're hanging out. Okay, imagine you're hanging out with someone. They take you to an event, and they tell a whole story about their life, and then they go to another event and they tell the exact opposite story about their life, and you're
Oh,
there the whole
really?
time, and they never explain it, and they're just like,
Damn.
and they act like they're that.
Okay, yeah.
I just remembered the guy. Sorry. I
Yeah.
remember the guy.
Yeah, that's
he's-
good.
Say his name into the mic again.
name-
No, don't do
No.
it. Dude. Don't
Oh.
do it.
He's like a very famous person now, too. I'm serious.
That makes sense though.
Yeah, exactly.
That
makes
it makes a lot
total
of sense. You have
they
to
would
be a
famous
little bit.
because our society rewards
Yeah.
psychopaths.
And I can get.
Why do you think
no, he's-
CEOs are psychopaths?
He's a
Because our society
psycho.
rewards it.
Psycho.
But it's creepy.
Yeah, no,
right?
that's
But
a perfect example.
But you
Neil,
know what I'm
of the
saying?
Stories,
Right.
yeah.
It's creepy
I mean, a
though.
great
yeah.
example.
I haven't.
Unbelievable.
man, I don't
You're
know.
lucky, dude, because that
All right.
person really.
Can I
like,
tell my?
I was like,
can I
oh
tell
my
my
God.
results?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2.3,
We got other stuff to
2.3,
get to.
2.3.
See, this is you trying to speed it up. Just
No,
let it
I'm
flow,
not. No, it's-
baby. Let us chill.
Well, let's not have a 4-hour
Yeah.
episode.
Okay.
Why?
Next. Because
They love us, dude. They want 4 hours. They've been
I don't
asking.
think they do.
People have been DMing me nonstop asking for a 4-hour episode.
that's a lie.
Okay, 2.3 for
It's not the
narcissism.
writers.
Machiavelli over here.
It's not the
baby.
writers.
Puppet Master.
The writers have been saying
2.3.
Narcissism.
Narcissism.
What were you for narcissism?
1.9.
And what were you?
2.1.
Okay. Am I the most narcissistic
If you
person
can-
on the show?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
I guess the results may prove otherwise.
2.5.
You guys all think I'm the most
No.
narcissistic?
Let me
Let's
revise.
see the results.
2.5. 3.0. No, 2.5.
Well,
He is. He's bluffing us.
Yeah, I know.
It's a classic
You
gambler.
sure?
It's a
Just
classic-
say
yes,
it.
I'm sure.
We don't
100%
care.
Sure. What was your guess?
2.3.
2.5? 2.7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Classic bluff.
46th percentile.
Baby, there it is.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not super shocked.
Am I a natural born leader? Do I
Narcissist-
deserve these things?
Narcissist-
Look into it.
Neil is. If there's one word that I would say that describes Neil, it's deserve. That he says deserve for anything. I deserve this. And I'm like,
But the thing is, though, narcissists would
I
want...
never have said that in my
A
life.
narcissist would want to be higher. They'd be like, why am I not 98th percentile? If I'm a
No.
narcissist, I want to
I
be a
don't
narcissist.
You know what a narcissist would? A narcissist would come to a podcast and like a chill podcast and wear like a blazer or something. That's what a narcissist. Oh fuck. Fuck.
That was a funny joke,
Oh,
actually.
God.
I like
Okay,
that.
okay, okay.
That was
All right,
funny.
anyway,
I
give
just
it
saw
to you.
the direct. I saw that. I
No,
just
you
saw the
didn't.
shape of the graph. So
Wow.
I'm gonna say 2.0 for the next one.
Damn. Wow, you
Well,
dick.
I mean, we all know the narcissist was gonna be the highest. We'll just put that
Okay.
out there. We know that.
I don't think my
You're
kid.
gonna go lower from
I would
there.
say 2. Yeah, I'd say 1.9. I think you're.
We got a winner. 1.9.
Ah!
No,
Okay.
but that's what you get for cheating. It's
Yeah.
karma.
So we're
Machiavellianism.
same on that.
1.9.
Uh huh.
And what were you?
2.0? No, 1.0. I don't
So
know.
who's
Hold
the?
on.
Are you sure you were 1.9?
I'm positive.
Positive?
I'm
1.9, 1.9.2.
I thought you were more psychopath.
I know I'm 0.2 psychopath.
Oh, okay.
I'm
1.9.
1.1. You know
Psychopathy.
why? Because the real psychopaths
So
would lie
we're-
on the test to make it look like they weren't.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So we're both the same at manipulating and
Uh-huh.
being deceitful. No, we're not. I was 17th% then,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
I'm the lowest. I'm the least manipulative.
Yeah, that makes sense though too.
Yeah, I think
So I mean, I believe. See, the test results.
Okay, so what's the next one?
Yeah, Mr.
Relax, Will.
Machiavellianism.
Just let
Right
it
there.
flow. Let it just chill.
Yeah, he's being a
Everyone-
Maki.
How many drinks do you need on the
Mr.
table
Maki.
before you can relax?
Yeah, Maki, why don't you chill out, Maki?
Just 2.
All right, Maki.
Maki is the
Fucking
funniest
Maki.
nickname.
All right.
It's mock over here.
Psychopathy.
Trying to mock me.
Shallow emotional responses. And do I have
Yes.
I'd
shallow?
say 1.
You do.
I'd say
yeah,
around 1.
exactly. I'm gonna
Well,
say.
when I go higher than
one-
1.9
I'm gonna say
1.
who
No,
had
you're not
1.9?
shallow. No,
I had my
you're not
1.9
shallow.
from Machiavellianism.
I'd say
No,
1.
I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1.6.
I'd say 1.
You guys tied. It's 1.3.
1.3.
right in the middle.
Okay.
No, well, he went over.
Yeah, you.
It's,
Go over,
it's
you
Price
lose.
is Right rules.
Price is right.
I mean, it's rules of every
yeah,
guessing
so
game.
technically Jay
You go
won
over,
this
you
round.
lose.
But
Yeah.
I'm still the best friend
2.1
here.
narcissist, baby.
I'm still
And
the
we are
best.
Okay.
winners.
So
Now we're
you're
gonna
the
do.
best.
I'm still the best friend here.
I would say I'm second best.
I hate to
Will.
say it. I really hate to say that I'm the best. but
COVID
I'm the best.
Wills comes in last.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
So narcissism. This is the one that I feel like.
Well, no,
is
it's
most
not
gonna
just
be
narcissism.
Neil
What's
focused.
the actual test called?
It's called the Narcissistic Personality Index. And now, let me just quickly
This is
Google
insane.
like what is Narcissistic Personality Index because there's a good explanation.
I gotta find
NPI.
it.
But then this is a description that we're gonna give because what we did, we took screenshots of there's 1,
Yeah,
2,
here
3,
it
4, 5, 6, 7 different categories. So there's authority, self-sufficiency, superiority, exhibitionism,
Exhibitionism.
exhibitionism,
Yeah, exploitiveness.
Jesus.
vanity.
Exploitative. Can I finish? Let me do
Well,
it.
you can't.
Exploitiveness, vanity, entitlement.
Where's their impatience personality index?
Man, it would be off the charts. I mean, they would have to like.
It'd be like 100%,
We need to
99%.
We need to
Why could I not
restructure
say
our
that
exam.
word?
This
So
guy
wait,
needs
let me
to-
intro the test.
But the test is called narcissistic personality inventory.
Narcissistic personality inventory, not index.
Not
The
index.
this narcissistic personality inventory.
Yeah.
Narcissism and personality trait generally conceive narcissism. Wait, this sentence is written wrong. Narcissism is a personality trait generally conceived as excessive self-love. In Greek mythology, Narcissus was a man who fell in love with his reflection in a pool of water. So I guess what this is measuring how
Much you masturbate.
much you
It measures how much you would
It's
look
the
into the.
NPI, not the MPI.
It measures how much you look into the wrong camera. At
Yeah, exactly.
It just measures how excessively you
Neil's
love
gonna be
yourself.
We'll
off
see
the
what we
charts.
got on this one. This
God.
one is measured out of 40. This one's 0 to 40.
Oh, I don't have that. Oh,
What do you mean?
You have it.
oh no, I have
It's a
it.
chart.
Never mind. I took it.
And then this one, it gives you a pair of items, and you choose the one that you most identify with. And then if you identify with both equally, choose which one you think is most important. So I'll give you an example. I have a natural talent for influencing people, and then the other one is I am not good at influencing people. So you choose which one
Ring
you
a ding
most
ding ding
identify
ding
with.
ding.
Okay, modesty doesn't become me. I am essentially a modest person. So there's our two questions. We'll see how.
And
there's-
you
Let's
choose
see how
which-
about
you
50
choose
How
of
would
which
you
one.
think Neil would answer those
No,
questions?
why me? There's three of us here.
All right, so I'll go first
I'm
again.
a man of the people.
Yeah.
It's not just
I'll go
about
first
me.
again. And so
But you have the blazer.
it's out of
But
it's
I'm
out
the
of
one
40.
that fucking scored the highest on the narcissist. All right.
Out of 40.
Yeah. Well, according to the last test, you were the least narcissist. or the middle?
I think I was the middle.
I was 2.7. You were what?
I was 1.9. He was 2.1.
So he's the middle.
I'm the middle.
We don't know what Will got. Out of 40.
What do you think I got out of 40?
17.
No.
See, because this
12.
this just shows how high his score was. That he thinks 17 is reasonable.
No.
17.
You said
No.
12.
12.
8.
What?
I'm higher than 29.8%. So I'm almost 30th percentile. So 8 out of 40.
Wow.
Narcissism.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
And it
Give us
says-
your what's your highest on the graph?
Okay, so my
The bar
highest
chart,
on the
the
graph
bar chart,
it
the
go-
bar chart.
is authority. It goes authority, self-sufficiency, superiority, exhibitionism, exploitativeness, vanity, entitlement. I scored 0 in self-sufficiency, 0 in vanity.
I actually, but no offense, I give the self-sufficiency a 0. No, I'm not. I mean, I don't give you a 0, but I agree with.
So
the
he thinks I'm a
self-sufficiency.
psychopath?
No,
who's
I'm not.
self-sufficient,
Provide for himself.
Who's not
I
self-sufficient.
don't. Can you guys tell me what vanity actually means? Like, how does that mean? How you see yourself?
Yeah, like I like looking at my
Yeah.
naked body. In the
Okay,
mirror,
all right.
yeah.
And then you got a 0 at that. I believe that.
But I got
Is
the
that what?
highest in authority.
You got a 0.
I got nothing. I got the highest in authority, and then I was next superiority and exploitativeness, and then next exhibition and entitlement. But like it might have just been one question for those two.
Okay.
But I think I got about
those.
4.
I
I
think
think
my-
I got about 4
I
questions.
don't know what is exhibitionism?
That's
like, you,
like
wanna
wanting to show off. Yeah, show
Yeah,
off
in public, like that's like if you want to have sex in public.
Out of all
And I'm
of
not
those,
really like that.
Out of all those, I would
Yeah.
say Jay would be probably his highest would either be
Superiority.
Wow.
exhibitionism.
Wow,
or
superiority. That's what Will says.
I can see that.
Exhibitionism, I would say he would score the highest. Or, you see, he
Oh, I
got
can see
authority.
Authority was the highest.
Yeah, you know what? I think authority. I think authority should
Will
be his
thinks
highest.
superiority. Maybe that's just more how you see me as superior to you.
I
Yeah.
would.
True.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it makes sense with the
Authority.
vanity.
Authority is like I want to be a leader. I want to be in charge. That's what authority is mostly on the test.
Yeah.
So I think that in that sense, I do
Huh.
want to be a leader, and I do
Okay.
want to be responsible
I
for
see
other
that.
people.
My
on the
turn?
team.
I think it's
My
pretty
turn?
good. So what would you say,
My
real
turn?
quick, Maki?
My turn.
Real quick, what would you say as far as that test goes? This is the Narcissistic Personality Inventory. How do you feel it evaluated you? Do you think it's on, and do you think it's off? Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. I think I would score low because I don't think I'm very narcissistic. But I also think that
What about the bar chart?
yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I think I'm more. I think I have more vanity than the bar chart shows, and I think I have less entitlement. I don't feel like I'm very entitled, but I do feel like I'm a little more vain. But it just the questions that they ask might not encapsulate
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, what
All
do you,
right.
let's move on to Will.
So Will, according to the last
I'm
one,
an
he was
8 out
a
of
little
40.
bit. Yeah,
I'm
you're
8
an
out of
8.
40.
So he should be lower than you, according to the last one, because
maybe
you were lower.
I was 1.9. He was 2.1.
You were lower than him. So
Yes.
technically, you should be about a 7, or maybe even a 6.
You're playing the numbers.
I'm playing the
just
numbers.
you just go off of just.
No, he's not going to be lower than
Specifically-
8. 8 is so low.
No,
You
I think
can't
he could be
be.
a 7 too.
You say 7?
Just base it off of
Let's
specifically
go- I'd say
narcissism.
7 too.
I'll say 16.
16.
9.
Oh yes.
Niels.
Yes, I win.
So
because
I'm
we know Neil's not lower.
Niels must
7?
be. No,
Nine.
9.
I mean, you got a 9?
So
What-
wait, you so
What
wait.
test did you guys take? Did we take the
Okay,
same
but
thing?
Neil's like, I got a 51 out of 40.
my breakdown is one of them is off.
Wait,
the
before
charts.
you say it, let's just
Okay,
try to
yeah.
guess.
Okay.
We have
we have 6.
authority,
7.
self-sufficiency, superiority, exhibitionism, exploitiveness, vanity, entitlement. I will put
Yeah,
Entitled
number
self-sufficiency, maybe.
his number 1. You think? I will say his number 1 is either exploitiveness or
I think it's either self-sufficiency or entitlement,
self-sufficiency is good.
but probably not entitlement. Probably
Self-sufficiency is good.
That's
He
where I'm
may
going.
even be vanity. I really think it could be vanity. Honest to
Gross.
God.
I'll never.
I
I'll
really
never
think. No, I've
respect
seen the
you.
way he looks at himself.
Is it
Fucking loves
vanity?
himself. I'm gonna say vanity.
Vanity.
Let's
Oh.
go. I've seen it. I've seen
I-
it.
I
You see
firsthand.
how
maxed-
he looks in the
I've
mirror?
seen it. This
I-
guy fucking loves looking at himself in the mirror.
maxed out, man. That's all
at
my
the
score.
graph.
Yeah.
Must be vanity.
That long red bar at the bottom is vanity.
Yeah.
And there's a min and a max, and it's all vanity.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm not surprised. I've seen the way this
Isn't
guy
that
is like,
insane?
oh.
And authority was
No,
next.
it's not insane. You know what's crazy? Is you go, it
I
isn't
got
that
zero.
insane.
No,
it's not insane.
It's
'Cause
not.
I've seen
It's
it.
accurate.
What,
Exactly.
what have you seen?
I've seen the way, like, if we're like getting ready to go out, I'm like, ready, Willie going out, like, I'll go to his bathroom or I don't know, do something, and then I see the
Kiss
way
me,
he's
hug
fucking
me.
Preening, he's preening.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the? In my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? What are we doing here? And
But
you
it's
know,
all
he likes
relative
it.
because I got a
It's
9,
It's
and
relative.
so
It's a
wait till
max.
we
A
hear
9. Wait,
Alright, so you got
6
vanity?
out, like most of the
All
9
of-
was vanity.
exactly.
Like 6 out of the 9, maybe.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm not
or-
shocked
or
on vanity
4,
at all.
Maybe 5 out of the 9.
I'm not
5
shocked
out
on
of the
vanity
9.
at all. What's the next one?
After that was authority, then self-sufficiency, then exploitiveness. I got a 0 on superiority, exhibitionism, and entitlement.
I can't
knew you
believe
get a
Will
0 on
thought
that.
superiority.
But you know what? That makes me think this thing is pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Will
it is.
thinks I'm superior though.
So
He
you
thinks-
thought this was accurate?
Yes.
I
This
think
was
it would.
accurate.
I think
Yeah,
for
you think?
Will,
Yeah.
I think for Will, it's more accurate potentially than you, in my opinion. I
Maybe,
think
yeah.
it's pretty damn sharp.
Will
for
thought
that.
I was gonna be at. He thinks I think I'm better than people. I
I've
asked-
had conversations with you.
Okay, well.
Where you think? Okay, well, like what? Well, what's an
Well,
example?
boys. we're
no, no, no,
coming
no,
to
no.
me.
What's the example? Let's hear it, Will.
Do you have an example?
Yeah. When have I
Which-
acted superior?
Without throwing anyone under the bus.
No, there's no throwing anyone under the bus, and I think
Well,
honestly,
it may
I
have
think
happened.
part of it is
Is it because I got a perfect score on the SAT verbal, Will? Is that why? That's
part
what it
of
is.
it, part
That
of it.
is what it is.
That's
I
part
knew
of it.
because I say that.
You do say that, but that's not to me. That honestly,
It's more joking around when I say that.
it can
Oh,
be.
listen to him.
I think it can
You
be.
hear that noise?
There's a part of it that I think along with the SAT, it's also like the career that you're in. And the thing is that like there's one thing when you're saying it and another when you're doing it. And you're like backing up what you're saying. So you're like, well, I'm really good at programming and I'm doing stuff.
I don't say that. I never say I'm really good. I don't see myself.
Oh.
No, I agree with Will.
And Jay,
I'm
it's not
sorry,
bad.
Jay.
I think
no,
you're
but you are. I think you work
you're a
hard. And
high
I think you are
performer.
good, and I think you're very intelligent.
Yes.
So I think you should think that about yourself.
but I don't
Yes.
see it that way. That's
Well,
the funny part.
you
I don't
are-
actually see it.
let
as
me tell you,
saying it
bub.
that
Let me tell you, bub. You voice it to us.
way. What do I say? Let's get into it.
I'm a really good programmer.
I don't think I've ever said really good about myself ever in programming.
Wow.
Like, no, seriously.
Open your
I mean,
ears.
in just my own open your ears. Apparently, I'm opening my mouth. Neil.
No, I think you've got those headphones on and you can't fucking hear what you're
I can
saying.
hear more audio than you guys could believe in these
Yeah.
headphones.
Well,
I mean,
I can hear your heart
Can you hear
Jay,
you?
that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the
Can
day,
hear
I
you.
don't think that it's unfounded, and I think that part of that is just a confidence in what you can do and are doing. And so I wouldn't necessarily say that that's a negative trait.
No, but I agree with you. I don't. But I am saying subjectively, I don't feel that confident in it. Maybe I
Yes.
present myself differently than I feel internally.
And honestly,
that's probably the
sometimes
truth.
when you, well, to me, sometimes when you're saying that, like, when it like, and it most of the time it's like naturally coming up in conversation.
Right.
The with the SAT thing, for example. But it's not like you're trying to like force that. But then it is just kind of, to me, it comes off as like you trying to like
Prove something.
prove or like basically, what's the word?
Substantiate.
Substantiate, kind of confirm people's ideas. Like, oh, okay, this guy seems like a smart guy, and then you say, well, I actually scored a perfect on my SAT, and they're like, oh, okay, well that makes
But-
sense. But then,
yeah.
like, part of it is almost
Confirmation
like,
of intelligence.
yes,
I get it.
and part of it though,
Don't
I
look
think
at my
is a
phone.
little bit of a,
I'm not looking at
you
your
know,
phone.
it's like a
You're-
little bit of an
Don't be a
insecurity
monkey
there.
like someone else.
It's a little bit of an
No,
insecurity
that's
there
what it is.
because it's
It's
like
insecurity.
I want to make sure that people know
Right.
that
See, that's what I'm saying. I assume people are gonna look down on me.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so then I have to prove them wrong.
Yes.
But it's not because my opinion of myself is high.
That could be why your
Yes.
vanity's low. Maybe.
But he thought it should actually be higher.
No, but the point is, in terms of
Maybe why it's
superiority,
low.
I'm saying the reason I do that isn't actually a sense of superiority. It's a sense of insecurity. If I felt
Yes.
superior, I might not say anything. Because I'd be like, these dumb idiots,
Sure,
they don't
I
know how
get
to do what I can do. But
No,
more it's
I
like,
follow you.
oh, I
Yeah.
assume people are going to think that I'm like not shit and that I
Yes.
don't deserve what I have or that I
Yes.
don't have the skills I have. And so I assume they think that I'm not deserving. So I need to prove to them I deserve it. So in my mind, it might come off as superiority to you guys, but to me, it's more of insecurity.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I need to
got
prove
that.
myself to be worthy of being in this conversation. I need to let people know that I deserve this, as opposed to just letting my personality or whatever speak for itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know where it would fit on the bar chart.
Yeah, I don't know if the bar chart necessarily I think it'd
Other
be
than
interesting to do like an
superiority,
insecurity.
Where would
test.
Will?
yeah.
Will was saying superiority. I just don't know where you would sub it in.
I
other
don't
than
think it's
vanity.
superiority.
Vanity, the way you see yourself.
Jay likes his back, or I think.
What? Oh, physically?
Yeah.
That's so funny because
And
that
you
came
don't like
up
your
with my
stomach.
significant other.
Yeah, we all know his goal
Yeah.
is to get abs.
I've
Yeah.
told you that before. That's funny.
All right.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna
my
say-
back is way prettier than my front.
Yeah.
Like if I turn around backwards and people look at me, they're like, "That guy is probably so hot." And I turn around, they see the front, and they're like, "He's okay, but I had bigger
I
dreams."
wish he had
I had
abs.
bigger dreams from the back.
Yeah.
Like I have a nice butt,
Yeah.
I have a nice back, but then I turn around, they're like, "Oh yeah, no six pack though."
Butter.
Oh.
I'm a butter
stomach.
front. I'm a butter
Skinny
front.
fat.
I'm a butter front.
He's not skinny,
Skinny-
fat.
There's only
You're
one.
skinny fat.
I-
You're just
I
fat.
I'm
actually
the
lost
definite-
some weight recently. I was getting skinny fat though.
Well,
I was tipping the
It's
highest
the pizza.
number.
It's the at-home
No,
pizza. you didn't
the
make.
homemade pizza. I've lost 5 pounds since I started making those. I'm not kidding.
Huh.
Yeah, it's good.
Maybe
let's
eating
hear
at home.
Neil's.
All right, Neil.
All right.
What's
Okay.
your narcissism?
Narcissistic
no.
personality
Okay,
inventory. I'm
okay,
just,
yes.
Wait, what did
just
you wanna
restating
say?
the exam.
Not that. I just wanted.
Just restating the
I thought he was
name.
going
If anyone
first.
wants to take it, openpsychometrics.org.
We'll send a
Narcissistic
link.
personality inventory. All right, boys. What did I get out of a 40? I mean, Jay got a 7.
27.
No, he got an 8.
Jay
I
got
got
a
a 9.
7.
I'm
No,
guessing you
an
got. I
8.
got
I
an
got a
8. I got an 8. Will got a 9. I'm
Nine.
guessing you're 27.
I mean,
No.
that's just okay.
If
No, 23. I'm changing it. MJ 23.
okay, yeah.
MJ,
I
LeBron,
honestly,
Kobe.
that's-
23. Guess
I'm
the
gonna
same
say
as me.
You
21.
could agree. You could agree.
21.
All right. Well, it's Michael Jordan, everyone.
Michael
23.
Jordan, yeah. I was gonna go with that.
23.
Yeah.
Your score is 23 out of 40. You are in the 84th percentile.
Woo! Let's go, baby. B. You solid B.
84th percentile.
So wait, why do you? So one thing I heard
Oh,
about this
boy.
test. One thing I heard about this test is that it could measure self-confidence. It can also. That's what the criticism of the test is. Is that people who are very confident in themselves might show up on the test as narcissistic.
Man,
But
this
that's-
one took me to a narcissistic level that the other test did not.
Yeah.
This one took me off the chart. I was like 47th in the last one.
I was reading
I
through
went
the questions
84th.
and I'm like, man, I know how Neil's gonna answer this, and
Yeah. Do you
it's
think
gonna
you're
be
special?
high.
Do you think you're a special person?
Yes.
Is that what's the question?
I'm just.
Do I
yeah, that
deserve
was what-
do I deserve
Do-
the
do you-
success I
no.
have?
It was a
Yes.
setup test.
No,
It
do you
was a
think
setup
you should
test.
get what you deserve? Do you think that
If
in
that's
life
the
you should
question-
get what you deserve? Do you think you deserve to get, like, do you think you should get what you deserve in life? Like, do you
Yes.
do you think that you're a special person? Like,
Natural born leader, yes.
do you think you have natural skills that
People gravitate towards you, yes.
No, but it's gonna make me look an
No,
asshole.
but what I'm
That's
saying
not
is
an
that's just
asshole.
self-confidence,
I mean,
though, too.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
a thin line between.
I'm a nice
self-confidence-
guy, all right? If I made
Don't
have
say nice guy.
self-confidence-
Nice guy is a Reddit thing for not a nice guy.
Really?
Yeah. Nice guy.
But I have proof.
Nice guy. No, okay. But then the proof is like
Even
you
worse?
sending multiple texts. Not you specifically, but like
Oh, wow.
a nice guy is like, oh, hey, you're so pretty. I like
No,
you.
no,
And then
no.
they deny the person and they're like, well, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
a nice guy.
No.
And they're like, why? I can't believe you date these douchebags and assholes.
Right.
Why can't you just go for
Nice,
a nice
you're
guy
talking
like
about
me?
like an incel though, or
Yes,
something like
it's
incel.
specifically nice
Guys
guys.
who are like,
Yeah.
hey, I think you're pretty, and then the girl's like, well, I'm just not interested, sorry, and he's like, well, I fucking hate you,
Yeah.
and they get all mad and start insulting them.
Yeah.
And Neil's
that's
not
what
that.
No,
But I'm just saying, don't, like, to me,
Neil's
Nice
not
Guys
that.
has.
He gets quiet in the room. All right, so should we
no,
jump
all right,
into the
let-
bar
yeah,
chart?
let's see the bar chart.
Um,
all right,
okay,
oh god, authority
All
is
right.
probably pretty high.
Authority,
Not just 'cause that's all you're
self-sufficiency,
going.
superiority,
I mean, you got pretty high in all of them,
exhibition,
I think.
exploitation.
Entitlement.
Let's
is
just
gonna
say
be
what's
high.
his lowest.
All right, let
What's
me
his
give you.
lowest?
Let me
How
give
much
you.
is
Let me
vanity?
tell you.
Lowest is
Let me
vanity.
tell you.
Lowest
There's a
is vanity.
0 on one. There's a 0 on one.
The 0 is vanity.
Exploitedness. Exploitiveness.
Is it 0?
Exploitativeness?
Yes.
What do you
That's
think?
a good guess.
What do you think?
Exploitativeness.
You should have stuck with your gut.
Vanity.
No, it's too
No, you
late.
changed it.
I know I said
It was
vanity.
vanity.
I
No,
said
you didn't. You
vanity.
changed it. to
0?
exploitative. 0 on vanity.
But
It's very
that was
true.
my gut instinct, though.
I put on my clothes.
But
I
that
look
was
in the
my
mirror for 2
don't.
seconds. I do.
You
no,
look at
I've
I-
noticed
no.
that's the one. If
Yeah.
Neil was vain, he
I
would
would
be
take-
probably one of the highest
Unbelievable.
narcissists in the world.
Ever.
But
That's
Neil-
probably the
Neil's
thing that's
very
keeping
critical.
me
Same
from
view.
that.
Yeah.
But
those-
you're no.
Those low 30s.
But I want to see Neil because I don't.
Be
I think
the
that
biggest narcissist ever.
no. I want to see you not like be down about your appearance or your body.
No, I don't think I'm
he's
down.
down. I think Neil's still almost.
Can you
overconfident.
imagine if I did though?
Okay, but you're like, oh, my body, my elbow. Oh,
My elbow
whatever.
hurts.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fat now.
I am skinny fat. I am very aware of that.
So my point is,
But I still
you are
look
down.
good. I still look good. Look at me. Come on. But the
Spoken like a
vanity.
true
I still
narcissist.
see. I'm looking at the camera because I'm
No,
looking at.
see,
it 'cause I
that's
look
why I
good.
thought vanity was way higher.
He said, "Look at me," and he was
And
looking at
you
himself.
said exploitiveness
he was
0?
telling himself, "Look at me."
Yeah.
No,
What?
exploitiveness pretty high.
Really?
Mhm.
What's your highest?
Authority.
Okay,
Sense.
but that's
Yeah,
why he
authority,
works at
baby, me
OSHA.
too.
Neil wants to. His dream job is being an FBI agent. It is. Don't give me a look.
DEA.
Is that
Okay.
real?
DEA.
Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yeah,
DEA.
Your dream job is DEA agent?
Yeah.
because he
Why?
likes that
Because I want
authority.
to shut down the cartels. I fucking hate the cartels more than anything.
I didn't know this.
But I don't want to put my family in.
I feel like in the suit
My-
right here, Neil, he's like, because I hate the cartels more than anything. You know, he's like,
I do.
Pinche
They're,
cabrons.
they're the worst, man. They
Pinche
don't deserve
cabrón, güey.
anything. And they have a lot of nice things. They don't
deserved. There it is. They don't. The cartels don't deserve. what they
Anyway, exploitative.
Neil, you deserve the
exploitiveness-
world.
Exploitiveness, I'm second. Superiority next.
Okay, I
Self-sufficiency, and then entitlement, and then exhibitionism. Which I thought exhibitionism would be higher because I tend to show off.
Yeah.
I think.
It might be the test.
No, only
think
in
you're
sports. Only in sports. I don't show off in anything else. I don't show off in any life things. Do I ever show off anything else?
Yeah, you did just
What?
record a promo for your house, though. That's what-
That was for my real
that's,
estate
That's
agent.
different.
No,
Yeah.
I agree.
EMs.
I'm just messing.
But they're great. They deserve to be shown.
No,
off.
but
They
that's,
deserve.
But that's
Hey, don't do that though.
no, but
With your fingers.
but I think you do make really great espresso espresso. I said.
Espresso.
Espresso
Right.
martinis.
So
Express
alright.
yourself.
So we're not shocked. 84th percentile kind of blew me when I got the results. I said, "Wow," because this was the first test I took.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. Yeah. So for me, I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I am what they say."
Should
I
we
am.
get to Myers Briggs?
Yeah.
Let's do. I have to pee first, though. I have to.
Oh.
All right.
So
we can just edit it.
do we just
Yeah,
do we
I
just
got
pause?
this
We're gonna take a
too.
little break,
No, just don't even say it.
and we'll be right
no,
back,
just let it-
guys.
Just let it
And,
go.
Well, that was a good bathroom break, guys. We are back. Who Invited Will, season 2, episode 5. So
We live, baby. Yeah.
we were gonna do the Myers Briggs stuff.
What you got? What you got?
We were gonna do the Myers
call
Briggs
back.
stuff.
No, we are gonna do the.
But I think what we're gonna
That's
do,
called the callback.
we gotta save that.
Callback.
We gotta save that for another episode.
Oh.
Will's gotta go. Something came
Now?
up. He's gotta go now. I think he's gotta go pretty soon. So why don't we do
You
this?
test positive for COVID again?
Yeah.
What was that? You threw up?
I was gonna cough, but then I
COVID,
didn't
that's
want
a
to
symptom
actually
of
cough
COVID.
on him.
Do y'all want to jump straight into our favorite segment?
Yes.
Neil's got issues. Yeah.
All right. Let me just pull this up here. We got one submittal for this episode.
What's the issue? Let's hear it. I'm ready for an issue.
All right.
Can you answer it this time?
Yeah, it does not restrict me.
Okay.
It doesn't specifically say I cannot. It says
Okay.
starts with a hello, boys, boys, boys. I love that start. I absolutely. She's a writer. I love it. The Schneider writers, just submitting their questions. Why can't dudes?
Did she follow the fan page?
Oh yeah, the non-existent Facebook page. Yeah.
It was funny.
Oh, it's
Okay.
quite existent.
All right. So what's
Why
this?
can't dudes?
Hello, boys, boys, boys. Why can't dudes be straight up, look you in the eye, and say, all I want from this is to have sex with you? Some girls, such as myself,
Some. Okay.
some girls, not Will, such as myself, would respect that more than just the mental games. I know that some guys think that if they are straight up, they won't get laid. But that is not, I repeat, not always the case.
Sure.
Why can't guys just be straight up?
Because it's a name, I'm going to end this real quick because it comes down to success and the probabilities. And
Yes.
if you're going to, yes, there are some girls.
If you're going to, yes.
No, listen. There are some girls like you that are in the minority that are open and upfront. But most girls aren't. And most guys aren't really either. They also want to play around the bush. So I completely understand what you're saying where guys are all the time trying to like play this game and it becomes a whole thing of like, well, if you want this and I want this, let's just make it happen. But most girls aren't in that situation. And so guys play the game because the results prove that you get laid more by playing the game than being upfront. Because same thing. Imagine you get a text message. I don't know. There's all these situational things, but you're on your phone. You get a text message. Oh, hey, it's Greg from Tinder, and
Hi, Greg. How you doing? Good to hear from you.
and Greg says, "Let's cut the bullshit. You swiped right on me. I swiped right on you. Let's fuck."
Greg, you fucking pervert son of a bitch! How are you gonna disrespect me like that? You think I'm that kind of girl, Greg?
Yes.
You think I'm that type of girl, Greg? No, but you know the
yes.
funny thing? That's what us guys think that how they're gonna respond. But
Okay.
it's just been proven that some girls.
So
All
I
right,
don't
all
know.
right,
okay.
all right. I'm gonna end this right
Wait,
now.
wait,
Go
wait.
ahead.
Are you done?
I'm
No,
done
no,
enough.
keep going.
I-
Get it all out, Will.
I think that's basically it. I think that women like you are in the minority, and I respect it. And what I would say, if that's the kind of person you are, then you need to be the one to initiate that interaction. Because guys, if you like a guy, he is going to and you go up to him and say, "Listen, let's cut the bullshit. Me and you, let's do this damn thing." He's gonna say, "Okay, yes,"
Yeah.
and then he knows he doesn't have to play any games.
I mean, Will is right.
Yeah,
he's
who-
right.
who-
That's how I would answer.
Who is the game player here?
Everyone.
Is it the guys who aren't being upfront, or is it you, viewer? And I love all our viewers with peace and love.
Hey, go ahead.
Boys?
With peace and love, I just have to say, has a guy ever actually come up to you and said that and did it work? Because if not, then you can't sit here and say that approach will work. Out of the millions of guys who have ever lived, how often has that approach ever worked?
Billions.
But
How often has that approach?
Never.
How many times have you gone up
Billions?
to a girl? Neil, have you ever gone up to a girl?
it
and
never works. So that he's saying, how often does it
I
work?
will tell you why.
You said
because
billions.
I will tell you why.
I said millions of guys.
Billions and millions of billions and trillions.
Have
In the
tried
history,
it?
It doesn't work.
It's
That's
like
why we don't do
catcalling.
it. It doesn't
Yes.
work. I remember when I was in middle school, Neil, and I went and I wrote a poem, or I did some dumb shit like that, or I said, "I like you." I was the laughing stock of the school. And maybe it's trauma, maybe it wouldn't be like that now, but like, are you honestly saying that if a creepy ass fucking dude walked up to you
No.
in a bar and said, "Hey baby, you looked at me, I looked at you, I could have a conversation with you, but instead, let's just walk back to my place and go fuck each other's brains
But
out,"
it's
then
not-
you would be turned on by that. People want to be seduced.
Yeah.
People want to be enchanted. People want to feel a love connection. Do you think if that's how it worked, why would there even be dating apps? Why would there be anything?
And
that is not how society works.
But
There's real
But
quick.
you said
crazy.
creepy.
Real quick,
I didn't
real
say
quick,
this guy was
Neil.
creepy.
This is real quick
Because that creepy guy will get arrested.
Real quick, this is hilarious, and I think it's so true. There's a Tinder subreddit on Reddit. It's a Reddit kind of night.
Subreddit.
But the specific thing is there's 2 rules to dating. Number 1, be attractive. Number 2, be attractive. And the whole idea is if it's a guy that you're actually into, that you like, and he comes up and says those things, of course they're sexy, but how often is that actually happening?
Yeah, exactly.
It's to Jay's point, it's some random dude
That happens to you all the time as a woman,
exactly,
probably.
that it's some random
Some
dude that
dude
is
yelling at you.
creeping you out, and then
Yeah.
he's coming up and like, let's cut the games, baby. That it's just me and you. You want to fuck me, and I want to fuck you. And like,
You're
what
like,
are
you're
you
like
saying?
this is CVS, bro.
Yeah,
That's what,
stop.
This is CVS. We're in the pharmacy line.
Well-
you're telling me you want to have sex
Oh,
with me right now?
I heard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're saying a random guy just needs to
Yeah.
come up to you. No, because that is what every guy is thinking. How about this? Assume every guy
Wants
who
to have sex with you.
is interested in you wants to have sex with you immediately. You could just say,
Yeah.
"Let's stop anything right now and have sex." And then
And if you-
9 out of 10 would say yes.
Yes.
Just like you probably want to have sex with them.
So you're putting it more on her
Yes.
for not voicing her opinion on
Yes.
what she
if
wants.
you are at that level of certainty that you want to have sex with a guy, just tell him.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, if he's interested in you, he will
8
say
out
yes.
of 10.
If he's not interested in you, he'll say no, and at least you'll know.
Yeah.
But don't put it on the guy to be like, why can't a guy just
Because
say
that's
he wants sex?
it is a very, I mean, and that's a whole other social,
They might not know
psychological
they want sex,
dynamic
yeah.
of you going up to someone to have that confidence to say those things is also very extreme, and I think in a minority of even men.
Yeah. Devil's
general.
advocate, though, if you feel like a guy's playing games and he's not being straightforward about, like, if he wants to have sex with you and he's telling you he wants to marry you and all this stuff, he's probably just a liar. Like, he's probably not, like, do you know what I'm
I hope
saying?
Okay,
No
so
one's
that's
saying
what she's
marry.
saying. But that's what
That's
they're saying.
her
Well,
thing is
that was
saying,
her
like,
thing.
what are you, okay, if you're encountering
So how are you
guys,
being devil's advocate? You're literally
the
saying
devil's
what she's
advocate
saying.
is there are some guys who are going to try to tell you a bunch of lies to have sex with you, but those are not good people. Like, that is not what a good person would do to somebody.
And it
who
all
No,
they
but
depends
know.
on-
that was his argument is that that's what guys do though.
No, but not.
They are gonna do that. They're
But
gonna
she's-
tell you they really like you because that's how it needs to be played.
It's you get success from that.
That's
Okay,
that's
but-
exactly what he just said.
But they have six. Okay, but how much effort are you gonna put into having sex with somebody who you don't want anything else with? Are you gonna like date them multiple times and try just to have sex? Like, if that's the type of people you're dating, then those aren't the type of people you want to get to know.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I want somebody to want to get to know me as a person if I'm gonna have sex with them, right?
Oh, are you talking from the girl's perspective?
Right. From the girl's perspective, like,
Or from any, I don't like, I'm not trying to be like too liberal or too left here, but not even girls' perspective. Like
Trump 2020.
Neil is in the same
mean
boat,
Biden.
and I think I am, and I think you are too. The emotional aspect or the intellectual aspect of that other person is as much a part as the physical. And
Yes.
like just because a girl is pretty, it's not going to be like, oh, well, I want to sleep. Okay, maybe I want to sleep with them. It's going to be like, I want there to be more
Right.
behind it.
That comes
Yeah.
with age.
And
that comes with age.
has
though, as
nothing
a
to do with
kid.
men. That has nothing to do with
Right.
women. It's not like a woman is like,
people
well,
to people, person
yeah.
to person.
But that comes with
Yeah.
age and
Some
experience.
people want to get to know somebody better, and some people are like,
Yeah.
But if somebody's like, I just want to have
Cheap
sex with
thrills.
you, and I don't care about anything else, why would
Yeah.
you even have sex with them in the first place? That's what I don't
because
understand.
that's okay too. If you just want to have sex with the
But
person,
then
then
if you
do
feel
it.
that way, say it.
Yes, exactly.
If
You have to
feel
put
like
it-
that, say it. But guys
You
aren't
can't
gonna say
expect
that because
guys
they probably,
just to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
They
You
are.
can't expect
Yeah,
guys to
Will
just.
and Jay are saying the same thing
I agree.
in a way. I've learned from this that the guy has an opportunity to actually, if that's what he wants, it may actually work. Why are you shaking your head?
Finish.
Why are you shaking your head?
You want me to answer?
Yeah, I want you to answer. Now you're shaking your hand.
Because
Fucking-
it gets down to the same thing. It's a low probability of that actually happening. And
How do you know? Have you done it? Have you tried it?
I haven't done it.
Have you ever tried it?
No, I've never.
Maybe
tried
it's something that's what guys think. You would think common sense tells you no, but you know what? Common sense. GameStop's at $500 a
I
share.
know, okay.
Okay.
But the whole
Throw
me,
common sense
to
out the
me,
window.
The thing
No,
is,
Neil has a point. I
he
think I kind
somewhat-
of.
You may have learned something tonight.
okay.
Maybe the guy viewers.
I just
may
never
have just
want
learned
to.
something.
To me, I just never want to come off as that guy, and to me, that's that guy.
But what if you are that guy subconsciously? What if internally? So you're gonna fake it and act like you're not that guy and play the mind games? Then who are you fooling?
That's a psychopath. Well, that's kind of.
Who are you fooling? You're fooling the girl.
Mr.
Yeah.
Point.
You're
Two-
leading, so you're
Mr.
hurting her more. So might as well just be straight up.
Mr. Point Two.
If
over
that's
here.
what you want,
Mr.
if that's
Point
what
two.
you want, it's possible. That might be what she wants
You
as
just
well.
have to be willing to accept a lot of rejection
why?
and
Yeah,
a lot
people
of
don't wanna
like.
deal with
Not
rejection.
necessarily.
People
You
don't
don't
want
know
rejection.
because you haven't done it.
Okay, this is the final answer, and we gotta end the show because
Yeah.
we have to go.
Yes,
but
please,
the final
thank
answer
you.
is, you know why guys don't do that? Because we're scared. We're scared of women rejecting us.
Just like you.
If we tell them what we really want, we're scared they'll reject us. And that's our own insecurity as men, that we just don't like rejection, and we deal with it so often that we try to avoid it. And so, the real advice is, if you feel like that, you should probably tell a guy, because a guy most likely has been conditioned to not say it out loud, even if that is what he wants.
Yeah.
And that is episode
So
5.
shoot your shot, woman.
Yeah.
You got it. To me, confidence is sexy, and the more I guarantee, like we were talking about, the more you put yourself out there, the more people are gonna like it.
Potentially.
And, or you get rejected and crash and burn. Anyway, so we will save the Myers-Briggs personality part 2. This is the first personality episode. First episode back in the month. Bear with us, guys. Will and Neil are really rusty. Anyway, love you. Bye. Season 2, episode 5 in the books.
You just about like Nazi saluted. I'm like, don't
Peace out, players. Peace out,
Wow,
players.
he's bringing up Nazi salutes in the
I
last
know.
5 seconds.
We don't need any racist
Will is-
comments
Will
to end
is
the
the
show.
best.
To end the show? To play us out?
Play us out.
What does
Play
that
us
mean?
out. Peace, baby.
We got Sting and the Police with their new hit. Season 2, episode 5 in the books. Goodbye.